Hi, so today we are going to discuss countrywide program that is conducted by Air News, and it has a discussion about Aditya L1 mission. Uh, the discussion was done with Mr. Pallav Bagla, who is a senior scientific journalist, and the anchor from AIR was Omlesh Upadhyay. Uh, so just to give an overview, it is a first observatory space-based solar mission from India. Uh, after successful mission, and it is conducted after successful mission from Mars, mission to Mars and Moon. If you know, we recently landed on Moon, South Pole. Uh, what is Aditya L1 solar mission? So first of all, it is an ambitious mission because it is the first ever mission uh, to study sun from the space by India. It would be the launch would be done on September 2nd, 12 p.m. noon from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. Aditya L1 is a robotic satellite, uh, and it is the mission's aim is to study the sun on dedicated basis. It The satellite would be launched using Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, and it is a scientific satellite, so it will gather the data that would help us to uh, do scientific research. The mission is named after sun god, so Aditya is one of the name of sun, so that's why the mission name is Aditya L1 solar mission, and it is in making for quite some time. So there was work going on it, and now we are ready for launch. So the benefit of this mission is a continuous view of sun. So it is, as we discussed, it is the first Indian mission to study sun from space. So it would help us to study solar events and potential effects on our planet and other planets, especially solar storm. So solar storm when solar storm happens, what happens is a large amount of charged particles and plasma are dispersed from solar surface, and that can result in heating of the earth, which in turn will damage the satellite which are near to earth, or which are in space. It may also damage the towers, electric tower, city towers, so it will hit the infrastructure of the world. So it is essential to study the solar storm and maybe predict the event so that we can be prepared for it. Uh, this mission will help us to uh, observe the sun 24/7, 365 days, and we will gather the data about sun. The satellite will gather the data about the sun. Then it is the important thing about this mission is the use of Swadeshi technology. So it is completely developed in indigenously. So it's an Indian satellite, and various Indian scientific institutions played role to for this mission, and the leading institutions was from Pune and Bangalore. So uh, even if the sun is the only star that gives us a light, and it is very important for the life on earth, the understanding about sun is very poor, still remains poor, and a lot of things are mysterious. So hopefully this mission will help us to understand more about sun. uh, so what are the challenges for ISRO for this mission? So first of all, this would be L1 orbit and hello orbit. So this would be a maiden experience. So this is the first time that in India is launching a satellite in this orbit, or it would be placing the satellite in this orbit. The L1 point in the space actually provides the uninterrupted view of the sun. And the halo orbit is the orbit where there is no specific body in space. So this is a challenge to launch a satellite and place it in that orbit. Uh, Sun is a life giver. It is like it is the only source of light for us on Earth, and the challenge is to the satellite has to travel a distance of 1.5 million kilometer. Uh, but mm, but as we saw, we had a success previously with Mars mission and Moon mission. Moon mission where Vikram lander landed successfully on south pole of the moon. So, uh, so we are. I mean, the ISRO is hopeful that this Aditya L1 mission is also will be also successful. So why L1 orbit? Why in the space basically? So India has already two solar observatories. One is in Udaipur and one is in southern India. So these are two Earth-based observatories. But uh, the problem with them is we cannot observe the sun during night, right? So having a satellite in L1 orbit will give us a continuous view 24 by 7 365 days observation of sun. And the important thing is the view would be uh, without shielding of it would be without being shielded by earth atmosphere. So there would be no obstacle in view from the earth observatory. The atmosphere is the obstacle for the view. uh, so what are the applied practical benefits of this mission? So Uh, first is a role in protecting satellite and ground-based electronics. So this is the same thing. When solar storm happens, it might burn the devices like satellite and electronic devices on the ground on the earth. So it good to have uh, data on the solar storm and be prepared for such event. It will the mission will gather scientific information and obviously warn about solar storms. So India has 50 plus satellite in space, which is approximately 50,000 crores of value, and protecting them against solar storm is very important. Uh, and obviously, sun is the largest object in the solar system, and it is nearest to Earth. So obviously, it makes sense to study it, gather more data about it, understand more about it. Then, what is the global perspective of this mission? Obviously, Sun is a life giver, as we discussed. NASA has already something called as the Pioneer mission to study Sun. European Space Agency also has solar orbiters. So this is like this mission is like a good news and better for humanity. So the Earth is in Goldilocks zone. The Goldilocks zone is a zone where the life can survive. I mean, uh, it is a proper environment for life to grow on Earth. So we have to stay in Goldilocks zone for longer time, which is a sustainable zone. And for that, understanding the sun is a critical part. So what to expect from this mission? Uh, so we have to wait and watch. Let us get the data that satellites provide, uh, and continuous watch of the sun will give us new insights. So ISRO has been always successful in getting the sparkling discoveries. Uh, Obviously, we will get news insight about the sun and its atmosphere, and several mysteries would be resolved from the data that we get from this mission. So, what is ISRO globally now? So, ISRO compared to global organization is still very small organization, but it has given a great benefit to India. It's a proud agency that India has. Uh, so for India, it launches communication, navigation, Earth imaging satellite, which helps us in our day-to-day life. So it also launches the satellites necessary for securing Indian borders. So border security is the important thing. These are the immediate benefits that ISRO gives us. And the next important mission that ISRO is going to launch is a Gaganyaan mission. So it would be launched from Sriharikota and using launch vehicle Mark 3. So the primary purpose of this mission is taking Indian astronaut into space. So this would be like a giant leap for India if all goes well, and it would be first leap from India in 2024 or in early 2025. Okay, so that was about Aditya L1 mission. Thanks.